Dai, ok.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, if everybody can just mute yourselves for now,
Yeah.
please, it would be great. Mute yourselves for now.
Mute
Couple
або
more.
mute? Mute. А як ти то мютнем? А,
I
там.
can mute. I can mute you. Okay, you mute. Cool.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so in the coaches networking group today, we have a very special guest, Diana Gencheva. She's going to be leading us through a Neurographica drawing exercise to release subconscious blocks. And we're going to be drawing today on self love, love, and self love. Who wants more love and self love in your life? Raise your hand if you want more love and self love. If you don't have your hand
Good.
up, put it up because this is going to be good. Really excited for this. Um, Diana is a leader in the Neurographica space in Bulgaria, and I'm going to have her introduce herself in a moment. But I want to make sure that everybody has the tools that you need. You'll need a couple pieces of regular white paper. If you have some thicker stock paper, that's good. You're going to need some Sharpie markers. There's some small ones. If you have the thicker one, that's good. And then if you have some highlighters, colored pencils, that's going to be another thing that you're going to want to have for this. And then one more thing, if you don't have a glass of water, go ahead and get yourself a glass of water. I'm one of the people who doesn't have a glass of water right now, so I'm going to go get a glass of water. And then I'm going to open it up to Diana to introduce herself and lead us. So I'm going to go grab a glass of water. If you don't have one, feel free to grab a glass of water now. Diana, if you want to share with some of the people that are here while I get a glass of water, how does that sound?
Okay.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. We all need glass of water. Thank you, Robert, for inviting me again to be part of this community. It's an honor for me to be here with all of you and work with Neurographica again. My name is Diana Gencheva, as he introduced me. I am from since 2021 instructor Neurographica, aesthetic coach, a life coach as well. And my passion is to help people release their inner tension and create the life they desire. When Robert asked me and suggest me the topic for today's meeting, I was so excited and happy for this topic because lately I'm seeing that the topic of self-love, it's one of the most important topics in our life. A lot of people, they don't know what actually self-love. We don't know how to do it for ourselves. We don't know how to love ourselves unconditionally. And more about this, I've prepared to talk in the second part of our workshop. But in the first one, we will create our beautiful drawing. Robert, he explained you the materials you need to have, and I will guide you through the process of creating something beautiful that will remind you every day while watching at it about yourself, about your love to yourself, about what a beautiful creature you are, and what a beautiful human being, actually.
Amazing. Amazing. I see Ralph has his hand up.
Uh-huh.
Do you have a question, Ralph?
No, that was just that I was in.
Okay. All good. All good. And if you have questions during, feel free to share your questions as we move along. And the other thing is, I want to say this is going to be a 2 hour masterclass, but we're going to create some space at a little before the hour mark for anybody who only has space for an hour, so that we can kind of share our experience before the end of the 60 minutes, and create some space for the people who want to and need to go at the 60-minute mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can share some thoughts, some insights. I highly recommend during the drawing to have a piece of paper and a pencil or pen to take notes on whatever comes to your mind, because you might have a lot of insights and inspirations. So be sure that you have paper to write them down. They are really amazing. Sometimes during these drawings, you have the most significant insights that you could have, because we are connecting with our true self and with the absolute within us. So shall we start?
Let's do
Okay.
it.
So I will switch my camera, and you will watch my my paper. And the first thing that we will start with is, 1 second, yes, it's visible, it's fine. The first thing we will start today, it's our topic. Always, while drawing Neurographica, we have a topic. This is for today's meeting, for today's session, we have the self-love. And I encourage you to write it self-love. And we will make one small exercise. One of the things that I advise you to do is do as I am doing. And I will explain in the process why we're doing these steps and what is happening. So the first thing is our topic, and it's self-love. Self-love. And I will start the timer, and we have 2 minutes. This is one small exercise. And in 2 minutes, write down on the paper as many as possible words they're coming on in your mind related to the topic we have. So even we can write down what is today, 10. Write today's date, just to remember when you were drawing on that topic. So if you feel stuck at some point, you can repeat 1 or 2 words until the free flow of words coming out of, coming on the paper begin again. Sometimes you might have strange words like that you think they're not related to the topic, but don't think logically. Don't try to censor yourself. Just let it be, let the words come out and write them down on the paper. So if you have any questions, you can ask me before we start, or we have the 2 minutes to write down whatever comes in our mind, on our paper actually. Are we ready? I think we are. Okay, let's begin. Start. You can write them down wherever you want on the paper. You should not put them in stocks or in rows. You can create one beautiful composition with words. and you can write your last word. So tell me, how many words did you write down? You can count them. I want to see in the chat how many are they. So we have 19, 25, 14, 26. Okay, if you have less than 18 words, you can write a couple of more until you make them 18. Because if they're less than 18, or we're trying to control the topic, or it's not that of importance for us. But I think 12, but more, as I need another pen. Okay. So take another pen and write another 6 words. So you can make them 18. What this means? 30/19. For Vladimira and for your friend. Okay. So that's great. I think I got it. Okay. You need to have at least 18 words. This means that we activated that topic in our mind. One thing that I would suggest you now, take few highlighters or text markers. I don't know which is the correct word, because I heard in the different countries we call it differently. So take few highlighters and let's highlight some of them on the paper, like this. And after that, just make it unconsciously now. And after that, I want you to see maybe the words in one color, they are related somehow. And even you can try and make a sentence with them. But let's put some colors and some nice emotions right now. Observe how your state is changing, and maybe you start feeling nice. You start feeling like more of love, in love with yourself, in love with what's going on, with the spring coming, with your soul. I feel kind of really in love with who I am becoming, because I am evolving every single day. This paper has some black. And now we will start creating our beautiful drawing. I will take another paper. And I want you to do something. We will create one beautiful flower. And follow me, and I will explain you after that, each circle, what it means. I will tell you just the first one. The first circle here in the
we
center.
Have a comment. Can you repeat those steps? Which steps, Donna, do you need repeated?
Well,
I will. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just going a little too fast because I don't even have all my words. Yeah, it was just we're doing the 2 different highlighter areas. So the first step was to just what words.
You choose whatever you want. You choose whatever words you want, and you can take even 3 highlighters and just make it highlight them and put some color in this beautiful composition of words.
So what's like words that you think might go together? Is that what you mean?
No, don't think. Just make it unconsciously.
Okay.
And put some colors. And then after that, at the end, I wanted to check them, how, which color you choose for it, which words, and how they're connected.
Okay.
You will
Right.
discover something
Okay, thank you.
interesting. Okay. Are we ready to start with the drawing?
Yeah, let's check in and make sure everybody's ready. Now we're going to do the shift over to the, if people don't have up to the 18 words, is that okay that they shift over now to
Yeah.
um okay,
Yeah,
cool.
they can.
So
They
yeah,
can do it.
even okay.
In the process, we will gain more clarity about the topic and more knowledge about what self-love is, and maybe they will understand why they had so few, little words in the first exercise.
Great.
Okay. So here we will begin our composition, and and in the center, create one small circle. This is us at this moment. And even you can go a couple of times around it with the neural line. Yep, sorry. I will tell you, because you are new to this, I want to tell you two things. I will speak about neural line, and this is a line that it goes where you don't expect it to go, and it doesn't repeat itself in any area of its movement. It looks like the river if you watch it from above, from the airplane. The rivers, they look like a neural line. And the neural line makes the drawing bionic. It connects the drawing and the parts, the elements of our drawing with us. And the second thing I will request you to do, it's whenever we have two lines crossing, they create some angles. And these angles, I will go down because I want to show you something. These angles, we need to round them, to smooth them. So we create one small smile or arc, and we fill it in with color. And we do this in all four sides of the crossed lines. These are the two very important things in Neurographica, the neural line and the rounding. And if you want, just try a couple of times, a couple of lines on one blank paper before we start with our composition. Because for each circle, when I say we need to go and with the neural line, and we are doing something like this. It's not a straight line, and that's it. When we neurograph the objects on our paper, really we get the meaning we're giving them. And we will give a lot of meanings to our circles today, because they are parts that we need to pay attention related to the self-love. I will make a couple of more lines. The lines, they can cross. The lines, they're going from one side to the other. They're going wherever you don't expect them to go. I know that at the beginning, it looks strange. It looks difficult. It looks like you cannot do them, but make 2-3 lines and you will see how easy it becomes to your hand. What it's not neural line? This is not neural line, because this is like you repeat a pattern. And whenever you make line and you start making these waves, observe yourself. What are you thinking about? And maybe it's something you repetitively, you're repeating in your head. I don't understand what I'm doing. Just this, we're making one small exercise at the moment. What is neural line? This is also not the neural line, and this is not neural line. So, but watch me while it's a flow. No right, no wrong, absolutely. just observe me, what I'm doing, and do as I am doing, and you're on the safe side. So I will continue now. Here we are. And this is us in the center. We are, of course, in the center of our lives. And I want you to make 5 circles around this center and make them. Maybe they have different size. Maybe one is bigger than the other one. I will tell you after that each circle what it means, and you will decide if you want to make it bigger, and you will see why it's small maybe, or why one is smaller than the other one. You will see. But try and make 5 circles here. Just make them, and I will explain. Maybe they overlap. There is no problem about this. And I see that the last one overlap, and it's a little bit bigger. And now I will tell you, even if you want, you can write each circle what it is. And I will give you some questions to think about, because today, as you know, our topic is self-love. And here the first circle, it's our soul. And here my question is, when do you feel most authentic, most alive, and close to your true self? And maybe this is a time when you're creating something. Maybe this is a time when you are by yourself. Maybe this is a time when you're with the kids. For each of us, there are different things that we feel that they're close to ourselves. But think what it is, and even, make a couple of lines, and even you can make inside a line. And reflect on yourself. How do you feel with this circle? What does my soul truly long for? And for me, this is a time for myself. At the moment, my soul is longing for time for myself, just to reflect on what's going on with me at the moment. And I'm thinking, okay, how can I give myself this time? What can I do? And here it's the time when the nice insights, they start to come, because we're making the lines inside. We are asking the questions, and our inner critic is off, and we can hear our inner voice telling us what truly matters to my soul. Is there a version of myself I have abandoned along the way? Think about it. And take notes if you need. My insights, they already started. Even if you feel the line might go out from this circle, and I feel like I need to connect with people to help me and share the story I want to share, and ask for help maybe, or support, not help, support I need. Does anyone have a smaller circle from these 5? And okay, I will tell the rest. The second circle here, it's our body. Of course, the body is very important, and it's like a home, the home for our soul, and we need to take good care of it. Do you take good care of your body? Do you exercise? Do you give enough water to yourself? Are you relaxing enough, or you live in too much stress and your body feels it? There are no comments. Okay. We have a lot to think about here. The topic, the body, sometimes is one of the most neglected parts in my life, because I feel it like it has to serve me, but I'm not helping it. And what can I do for myself, for my body? If my body could write me a letter, what it could say? Imagine that your body can tell you something. What could tell you? Which sensations do I avoid feeling in my body? At what emotions live there? And we will move to the next circle. And when we feel, we can go back to the previous. Even now, for you to be visible, I will write down on each circle what it is. Here is our soul. Here is body. The third one is our mind. Okay. Our mind is very powerful storyteller. But not all the stories it's telling us are true. Ask yourself, are the stories that I'm telling about myself always positive? And how can I switch them to more positive if they're negative? Do I repeat negative stuff? Do I repeat to complain every day about things? What is the loudest limiting belief I carry about myself? How does my inner critic sound? Or when you make a mistake, how do you talk to yourself? Are you gentle, or you're beating yourself and you're criticizing about the mistakes? What does my mind need to feel safe? To feel safe enough to let me grow. And I'm making lines now here, and I realize that I have enough, but in my eyes, it's never enough. And I want more and more, and it's like I need to achieve more in order to love myself, to accept myself. But that's a limiting belief. And I need to accept as I am. How do you feel? Does any of you have any resistance at the moment? And if you have, that's normal. That's the ego. The fourth petal, the fourth circle here we have. Oh, and I decided to make it bigger, strangely, while I was going around. And the fourth circle is emotions. Our emotions are not weakness. They are our wisdom. because they're showing you a lot of things. They're showing you what's going on. They're kind of reflector. And here my question is, which emotions do you welcome in yourself? And which do you judge or suppress or run from? What emotions do you feel most dangerous for you and to feel fully? How do I comfort myself when I feel pain? What does joy or love means to me? And I realize now why I wanted to make this circle bigger, because I tend to suppress my emotions and to not pay enough attention to them. It's like they are not important. And that's why my hand just wanted to make it bigger, and I have the most lines here, which is interesting. We need to understand that the emotions we're feeling, there's something good. It's not bad to show vulnerability. On the contrary, it's something brave we could do. Show the people that we're just like them. And we're not a robot. We're humans, human beings with emotions, with feelings. We need to feel joy, happiness, love. And just a few hours ago, I was talking to a friend of mine, and now I realize why that topic came up, because I was thinking about this workshop and the emotions I need to experience, the joy I need to get from life. We need to have more fun with friends, with family, and to show them that we love them. And the last circle, but not the least, and for me, this is one of the biggest one. This is the spirit. And because we are not just a human being having experience, we are a soul on a sacred journey. And here is the question I have for this circle. Do you truly believe that you're worthy of love? Not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Because of your spirit, because of who you are, with your ups and downs. What does your connection to something greater look like? With the nature and with the creativity you do, with the love? Do you feel that life is happening to you and not for you? And what shifts when you choose that life is happening for you? I feel gratitude at the moment. With these questions here, I feel very grateful for the love, for the life I have, for everything what I've experienced in my life. Now the beautiful part here is I want to give you some time to round the lines in each circle, and I'm really open and I want to hear, how do you feel about each circle? What are your discoveries? Do you have a circle that is smaller than the other one and the other ones, and you want to make it bigger? Or you have something that you want to make smaller? How do you feel at this moment? And again, I see that in my body, I don't have enough lines. And I will add some more. Spirit is bigger. And my soul now, it's the smaller. Do you want to make it bigger? Do you want to make it smaller, or you want to leave it as it is? With the spirit, I have some other questions as well. What is your deepest purpose? Not your job or role, but the essence of who you are. I think now I know why this circle is so big. And the self-love is not all this fancy stuff we do, like going shopping or going to spa or visiting nice places. This is the love we give to ourselves, the acceptance of who we are, to accept our mission, to accept our body, to nurture our soul. And I start adding some lines out of these circles, and you could add some more as well, because we need to connect with people. And you might observe that with the different circles, you might think about different people. Maybe they're connected with this part of yourself. And as I'm adding lines, I feel myself like one whole part, one whole piece, like I feel wholeness. I feel like I'm built from different pieces, but they're so well combined and organized and working so smoothly and in harmony that I feel at peace with myself. Drink water if you need, and for sure you need it. If you have resistance, continue rounding, or you have tension, keep rounding and you will feel better after. And having like this flower in front of you and thinking about yourself and what you are giving to yourself, the care and the love, think about what is the first thing you need to do for yourself when we finish the workshop or tomorrow. But you, not someone else, you. Because everything starts from us. If we don't treat ourselves well, nobody will do it for us. We're showing the other ones how they can treat ourselves by the way we do it. And one thing I will do is to arrange a meeting with nutritionist and create me a healthy food plan. And to give myself more breaks, more relax in the nature. And I will do it on Monday. Hopefully the weather will allow me. And now I know that because I know some of you will need to go. That's why I will show you what you need to do. And for the ones that they will stay longer with me, you can keep rounding and thinking about the different areas of you, the different aspects of you. And for the ones that you need to go, we need to add some color. And take the highlighters and you can add a different color to your circles, to your petals. Let's say I want my soul to be violet. And let's add one color at each circle and see what will happen. I need my body to be green. Or if you feel it, you can create a flow with the colors that goes through your drawing. My mind is blue. This is not blue. My emotions are pink. And here they mix. I mix the colors, which is interesting. The combination that I have. And I want to go like this. And my spirit. You can choose different colors than me. You can create just half of the circle in the color. It's up to you. I like them as they are at the moment. I will keep this. I want to be orange. No. I will keep it white. And here we can add with the pencils some more color. to make them even more beautiful. And if you have a ticker marker, we need to do one of the next step, which is I will continue adding some pencil after that. And we need to add the help from the universe in our drawings, because we always have this help. Whatever we do, we need to know that there is a higher spirit, a higher energy that is above us and is helping us. We just need to ask for help, because there is a free will, and if we don't ask, it's not going to be given. So we need to add it. I'm taking a little bit thicker marker, and I will add, and because I want it to go through all the circles, and this line could go on existing lines, or you can create completely different one. I will start it like this. I will make it, one is like this, the other one is like that. I have two lines. They could cross, but not on 90 degrees like X. They could, they cannot be parallel, because there is nothing like parallel in the nature, or nothing to cross on 90 degrees. And we need again two around everywhere. Wherever these lines, they crossed with the other ones. Because we need to accept this help. And if you have a resistance to make these lines, think about, are you always accepting help? Are you always allowing others to help you? Because this help from the universe might reveal in your life, like somebody is helping you, a neighbor, a friend, your family is helping you. A lot of times we don't allow them. We're always insisting that we can handle everything, but that's not enough, not necessary. And as we like to help others, the same, it's valid for them. They also like to help. And why we're not giving them this chance to help us? How do you feel? I want to know, how do you feel at the moment? Do you like what we're doing? Later on, we will share more about this, about our experience. Drawing Neurographica. One of the good things while drawing is that you're connecting with your true self, and your soul starts talking to you. Your soul starts telling you what it needs at the moment. To me, it's telling me I need to take care of my soul, to take care of myself, to give myself relax and time to reflect on what truly matters to me and to really do it. Okay, I like it. And one of the last steps is you can either choose one of these circles and make it with thicker line, like the field lines, or you can draw a whole circle around all of them and that circle to be thicker. That's the solution of our workshop today, the self-love. What is important for you to take care and to pay attention to your body, to your mind, to your emotions, to your spirit or soul, or to all of them? And make one big circle. For me, I am in between the body and the mind, but actually I want all of it. So, it will be body. This will be my most important thing. This is my solution for today. If I make the same drawing tomorrow, it might be something else, but I feel it like I need to take care of my body. Because if I take care of my body, this means I will drink enough water, I will eat properly, I will move, and this for sure, it will inspire and it will give some more energy to myself. It will give me a clear vision to my brain. So it will help me in many ways. And yeah, because nothing, no, these things are not separated. They're all connected. And if we work on one of them, definitely this will change something in the other. They're like a system and they're connected. So for me today, this is the most important.
And we have about 5 minutes, 5 minutes until the end of the first 60 minutes. So, you know, what's really coming alive for me is it would be great for who's going to be leaving here in the 60-minute mark. Just raise your hand if you're going to be leaving at the 60-minute mark. It'd be great to hear from some of those people that are going to be leaving at the 60-minute mark. If you're open to share, like, what has your experience been? What has come up for you during this? I'd love to hear.
I would love to hear it too.
And don't everybody get on camera and speak all at once, please. Who wants to go first? Veronica, sure, go ahead. We're not hearing you, Veronica. I see that you're speaking, but somehow not hearing you. I'm not sure why. Does somebody else want to go while Veronica's getting her earbuds? Well, I can share a little bit. I'm going to stay on here at the 60-minute mark and stay with this. And my experience has been, I definitely feel much more slowed down. You can probably even hear it in my voice and my speaking. Very much, very connected and grounded. And also had this vision of me laying in a field of grass in the sunshine whenever you were speaking, Diana. So that's something that is calling me is to go lay in a big grassy field and just, big grassy field and just kind of hang out there for a while. So that's something that's on my list to do. I'll be doing that later on because it's a really nice day here in Pennsylvania in the United States. So
Lovely.
that's something really, really great I can share. Um, let's see, Veronica, did you get your ears off?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
good.
I did. Thank you so
Hi.
much for such a beautiful guidance. That was beautiful. Yeah, no, I hadn't actually had the chance to color in a long, long time. So, or whatever it is, this creation is fantastic. I just first wanted to get permission to know if I was to stay longer than the 60 minutes, if I have to leave a bit earlier than the 2 hours, is that okay? Or how does that work? It has to be I leave now
Of
or,
course.
oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, of
okay.
course.
Well, so no, for me, if I do, am I supposed to share now what I feel or no? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do now.
Well, I want to make sure anybody who's leaving before the
Oh,
60
okay.
minute
I'm
mark
not, I'm
gets a
gonna try to
chance
stay
to
a bit longer.
share. Okay, great. Well, I'm going to prompt Kate West to share with us because I know she had her hand up for leaving at
Yeah,
the
I
60
got
minute mark.
prompted last time. That's all good. I can share. I am leaving. Some observations. I'll show my flower.
Yeah,
I
pretty.
felt like I was doing it wrong, really, from the get-go today. But I did notice that I started with thicker lines actually. So that made me feel good that it felt connected and grounded to higher power. And this morning I've been thinking about developing more of a spiritual practice that I don't have right now in my life. So for the first time in a while, I meditated and said a prayer. And my day has reflected that, including this drawing. And then the other thing I recognized, Diana, before you even said to make one of these bigger, I felt like my flower was too small. So I went and made all of them bigger, and then you told us to make one bigger. So I felt like my inner spirit is here and communicating about this. And then the spirit one that I feel really connected to right now, the word is like in the flower, in the color. So yeah, this was a great experience as it's been the last Neurographica calls. And I think I will still process this today. It was a lot to think about. So thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. When you show your drawing, I'm thinking about how often we try to shrink in order to fit somewhere, in order to be accepted, and just be you, be as you are, as you feel freely, open, and how to say, be yourself, be your true, authentic self, and don't try to fit anywhere. Just glow and thrive. And the flower, as you see, as you said, you want to make them bigger. You need to thrive. You need to do things for yourself that, like the spring opens up the flowers and they're blooming. So my one question to you is what your soul needs to bloom this spring. This is from me.
You're asking me. Yeah, I think it's more of what I'm doing. It's connecting to the spiritual practice to approach the day in a place where I feel filled up and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking for someone else to approve of what I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing, show up in that way, and then like live more fully from that place. Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Let it be.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Kate. One
Thank
more
you.
thing I wanted to say for anybody who's leaving today at the 60-minute mark, which we're at. We're going to be doing this bi-monthly. So the next one of these was going to be in June. And I think we're going to do the second Friday of every bi-month. So June, August, October, and December, we're going to be doing it on the second Friday. So this will be something we're going to do again. It's going to be a 2-hour experience because it really feels like we need the more time to really slow it down. This is like a process of slowing down. So I really like that. So for anybody who did this and felt like I didn't know what I was doing, it's all right. We're going to be doing it more, and we're going to slow it down a little bit in the next one. That way that everybody's on board with neuro lines and everything. And also, I was thinking about you too. Julie posted something. I was funny because I saw Julie's post and she said the exact shrinking to fit. That was so funny. And one of our mutual friends who is also a coach, Nick Bottini, messaged on it, shrinking to fit. When you said that, Diane, I was like, interesting. I wonder how Julie's hearing that over there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of times our parents or the society put us in this position. So Julie, she said, I exactly posted something about that yesterday, how I harmed myself trying to shrink to fit. Yeah. Preparing for myself for this meeting today, I just read it and it came up. Diana, no, thank you for this. What a beautiful experience. Thank you, Kate, for being with us. And thank you for everyone that was with us. Yes, Ralph. And then Vladimira, she wants to say something.
I think Vladimira had a hand up first.
Okay. Ladies first.
Okay, thank you. I have a small question. This is the drawing I made, and I felt as you were saying we could highlight something. I have the feeling to highlight all the flower. Do you think it would be a good idea to make a big circle around it, or just to highlight every single circle?
Make one around all of them.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Yes, I will be happy to share your drawings with me or to tag me in your post if you create a post or a story. And I want to see your beautiful flowers. Oh, Oana, what an amazing flower. I think you are a Neurographica neurograph.
Oh,
I
thank
can
you.
easily recognize. Wow, lovely flowers. So amazing. I would be Veronica, yours is what so many colors and it's so beautiful. Good, lovely. Okay, I will be happy to see your flowers today, to see one beautiful garden before, because here in Bulgaria, tomorrow, after tomorrow is our Easter, and I will be happy to see so many beautiful flowers for Easter. For me, it's like an honor to be guiding you today and to be with you. Yeah, so we are waiting for I want to read the comments before. Ralph, are you talking? Oh, no, you're not talking on the phone yet. Yeah. It's your turn, and I will read the comments after that.
Okay, so the resistance I noticed, I've got only luminous colors. I'm at my friend's house and I used them up there on the words, but I didn't want to color my flower luminous. So the color will come tomorrow.
Okay.
And I didn't feel to add a lot of lines, but in emotions I added a lot. So that's where the focus is at the moment. I found the things to draw awareness to really, really useful. And I'd love the replay and to do this again tomorrow. I used to do a lot of art and it's been so good. And the context is I'm visiting my friend and my girlfriend, and she was on her way here and she's off somewhere else. She's very spontaneous. And following the prompt, I did articulate my vulnerability and that I have emotions, because she often says, oh, you're dramatico or very sensitive. But today I took the step to say I'm human. You know, I have stuff going on. So that's probably why there's so much going on in the emotional space. And I'm sure it will be okay. She's probably gone to sleep off a long day at work. So it's been really, you know, it's been really helpful to be doing something creative while I would have in the past experienced anxiety. And here on self-love, I have that we experience anxiety can be experienced as excitement. So more than anxious, I feel freer now to just be excited to when I see her later or tomorrow. Whatever she's doing spontaneously, I'm not insecure about that. But this has been really freeing to do this, where I would in the past, like on my last visits, have felt very anxious. What's going on? As I've gotten to know her better and myself, and the emphasis on loving self has been very welcome. I'm very grateful. So I'd love the replay, and I'm excited that there's more and more sessions coming up in the year.
Yeah, thank you. Lovely. Thank you for your sharing. It's really brave and powerful to share your vulnerability and to share your emotions with the others. Thank you. Thank you for being in the group. Very rarely I see men in the group, but for me it's like one of the pleasures to see men drawing. Thanks.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'll make sure that you get the replay, Ralph. And there's also another replay from the one that we did in February, and I can send you that one as well. Love to send you that. And I also wanted to say, anybody here that wants to get connected with Diana, she's on Facebook. If you reach out to me, I'll make sure that you get connected to her so you can send her your picture of your Neurographica flowers.
Okay. I want to hear Veronica, and after that I will read the comment because she has her hands raised.
Oh, yes. Okay, no, I just wanted to say thank you so much. It's been very insightful. And as you see, a lot of radiance came out of here. And I think it's just not shying away from any of our colors and just glowing bright and manifesting our radiance in every which way. And there is no right or wrong. There is only shining, bright, thriving, being ourselves. And that's to me what we're here to do, each of us in our very unique, very authentic, flowery way. Thank you for manifesting that from the inside out.
Thank you. That's true. So JG, if I pronounce it correct. Thanks, Diane and Robert. Next time, hopefully my drawing will not look like a preschool work art. So I want to tell you that if it looks like preschool work of art, it's amazing. It's an amazing art. And that's your first drawing. And it's normally to look like. But you did something for yourself. You did something creative. Next time it will look different. Believe me, my first drawings, they looked horrible. But the most important was that they were working. And they're still working. Until now, my drawings, any drawings you do with Neurographica, it's working. So don't worry how it looks like. Be proud that you were here today with us, because the group energy also is helping us to thrive, to be connected with ourselves, and to hear something important that you need to hear. I joined late, so I jumped in and did it my way, and I love it so much. What is your handle to tag you in? Diana Gencheva. Diana Gencheva, Robert will share it with you. Yes, for the replay on February. Okay. And this is me, if you want to find me in Facebook. Oops. And you will see the same blonde lady on the picture. Diana Gencheva. I believe the meeting was 6. Was 5. You can watch the replay. Taliamu. Okay, this is me. My name is like this, and you can. Thanks for your time. Thank you, Donna, for joining me. So, and I want to turn the camera and continue. I want to hear Oana, how does she feels? If you want to share.
Hello, Diana. I'm
Hello.
so glad to see you. I am in the Neuro Cafe WhatsApp by Patricia.
Mhm.
So for me, I wanted to know you in this workshop and to see Neurographica from another instructor
Mhm.
and to be guided because sometimes we us are not guided. Uh, it's different. So I enjoy it until now. I like your perspective. I like Robert's calm voice and what everybody said. Just landed to myself also. And it was so beautiful to hear Ralph earlier. And about the drawing, it never stops to impress me anything in Neurographica. So I am still at the connection part, didn't went to the coloring, but I saw about emotions, it's about my son. So I like to see this perspective. And I will
Yes.
close my mic. Thank you.
Thank you for this sharing. Yeah, I also realize, and maybe that's why I have so many lines in my emotions, that I'm not expressing my emotions. I'm afraid to express the emotions, but this is what truly connects me with people, the emotions. When we share with them what we feel, but not from the position of the ego, but the position of me, how I feel, the person at this moment, in this situation. So this is important for us, for me personally.
Yeah. I want to share something else as well that could be valuable for some of the people who are newer to this experience. The first time that I did Neurographica with Diana, can't remember when it was. It's been a while, but I remember feeling so uncomfortable and so like when I looked at what I did and I compared it, I was comparing myself to what other people drew. I felt the same thing of what JG I think shared about. I just felt like I wasn't good at it, and it kind of brought up a lot of emotions for me. But I just wanted to share that over time of doing this a few times, I've actually started to reconnect with that part of myself to feel like, you know what? I feel like actually I could really be good at art if I spent more time and attention with it, and I could do something that I really do appreciate what I did last time in this as well. Um, so I just want to share that with people that are new. It's very normal. It was for
Mm-hmm.
me to feel very uncomfortable in the beginning. So if you feel like this isn't for me, and you feel like running away, yeah, I get that. Me too. I was the one hosting the call, and I was like, "Do I have to be here for the whole thing? Can I jump ship and leave?" So I just wanted to share that with everyone. So if you're feeling that, just know that's normal. At least it was for me.
Thank you for sharing it, Robert. To be honest, at the beginning of Neurographica, I didn't know what's happening, what I'm doing, but I see that after a couple of drawings, I stopped criticizing myself. I wasn't looking for perfectionism. I was just doing the things that I felt that my soul needed, and I was happy. The things started shifting in my life, and from that time, really, my life changed completely. And Robert, you know me from before, and you're one of the persons who seeing what's happening and how I became different person. And so this is thanks to Neurographic.
Yeah, yeah, I can share to that if you would like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even with some of your if you go back through your YouTube, and I've watched some of your earlier videos in your YouTube, to see you now and looking at that, the shift has been very, very significant. And you can just see you just have this brightness, you have this presence. And when you're leading Neurographica, it's beautiful. I want to acknowledge you as well for the leading and the sharing as you're going through the Neurographica, and the things that you're sharing is very meaningful. It was very meaningful for me to help me become more grounded within myself and more calm within myself. So thank you for sharing that energy with us and your beautiful way of being. So it's an amazing gift.
Thank you. It's a pleasure for me. It all started with the group, Tony Robbins coaching group that we had a long time ago. And thanks to that support. And I wanted to know that the support, even we look like we are not enough good for those people. We're not enough. Maybe you think that you're not enough smart because you didn't achieve some things. Don't judge yourself. Just accept that you're on your path, and that's part of the self-love. To see that you're thriving, you're moving, you're developing yourself, you're working on your beliefs, on your body, on your mind, and you're moving. Maybe your speed is not so fast as the other ones, but you're moving. Maybe your drawing doesn't look like the other ones, but they're amazing. Just as you are, just you need to see that even you're not doing anything, you're amazing. This is what I tried to say to my daughter a few days ago. I don't want achievements from you. I want you to be as you are. I want you to be happy. That's the most important part. And you need to see this in yourself, because always they teach us that the love is conditioned. Like if you achieve this result, you will be loved, or if you fail, you will be punished, or you're not lovable enough. And we grew up, most of us, in that way. And the love was conditioned, but the love isn't conditional for us. And we need to do it for ourselves. No matter what happened at the end of the day, if you fail in something or if you achieved something, love equally yourself, no matter what happened. And the beauty in you will show up when you really take care of yourself, when you start doing the things you love. Something that, because of this drawing and some conversations I had earlier, I realized that I need to do more creative work to make this art in my life to be part of me, because that makes my soul thrive. When I express what I truly love, what matters to me, this is important. So you can pay attention also to these things. You want to share something? So I wanted to share some other things about self-love, because I prepared. I am curious today, where are you from, all of you? From which countries we have?
I can start. I'm originally from Argentina, and this flower, this is the reason that I live in Canada now, because I was born in dictatorship without any rights to think, be, act, not even to use my left hand, which was my natural instinct. They would literally hit me up to bleed. And inside, I chose to preserve everything that was this flower, and I just had to hide it so that I wouldn't be killed for showing my colors, that I could really preserve being me. And one day I will find a fertile line. So when I was free at 21 years old, I packed my life in a backpack and my education, my university degree, And I left completely on my own. I left my language, my music, my people, my family in search to be able to find a fertile soil where I could grow this flower, who is who I am now. And I found it in Canada. I first tried it in the US, but still it was a bit limiting for me. There wasn't enough diversity. And then finally I found that soil in Canada where nobody will shut me down or try to dim my radiance. And now my life is about thriving, being me, not in a selfish manner, but as part of fulfilling my soul contract. So it's ironic that even in my own family, within the dictatorship, in the own social group of my family, my mom wanted me to be a certain type of flower, that it wasn't this. So I was not going to be able to prosper and be myself. And I knew from the inside out that I could trust what wanted to flourish from within out. And that is what I believe, what you just said, that in order to feel fulfilled from the inside out, we need to realign ourselves to manifest that inner radiance in all ways, because as we're authentic to the tune of our soul and how spiritually we want to manifest on this early experience, we feel really vibrant and excited to show up to life like a kid again. And I thank you for that gift, because this was a reminder. Sometimes I do miss after 35 years my language, my culture, my music, and you know what? But it lives in me, and this is the reason I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for
Yes.
sharing. Put it on your fridge and have a look on it to remind you, or somewhere else that you can watch it daily. We don't hear you, but it's okay. Okay. I would be happy to hear someone else.
Hello.
Hi.
I see Dalia. I want to hear you.
Diana, it's really nice to see you. Everybody, I'm really sorry I lost the workshop. I was completely off with the timing. But I want to share with you that I have been following Neurographica lessons with Diana a long time ago. Since the time she was living in Cyprus. I come from Cyprus. And this is my last drawing. I'm finishing it now. And I want to tell you that Diana literally changed my life. And I've told her a million times thank you, but I want to thank her here as well. Diana is a wonderful and giving person. She helped me when I was going through literally the most difficult stage of my life, very challenging psychologically. Neurographica is magic. This is very personal that I will share with you, but I have found myself in a psychiatric clinic a few years ago. And the only thing that kept me was drawing Neurographica. And I have seen much, much worse. I had to live with much, much worse cases there. And it was amazing how when I got out of my room and I sat in the living room, the sharing living room, and I continued from one point onwards drawing there and not in my bed and in my pajamas. I wasn't talking with anyone. I wasn't dealing with anyone's problems, but every single case came to my table and was asking me what I was drawing and they were so eager to learn.
Thank you for sharing. You're amazing, and yeah, you're doing great now. I'm happy.
I know. Thanks to you.
Thanks. Dalia was 1 year ago when I came back to, when I went for a holiday in Cyprus, she organized giving a friend a gift for Christmas, Neurographica session with me. And that was amazing. Instead of a present, to buying them something that they will put on the side and not using and never using them, she gave them like a present Neurographica. That was amazing. And thank you.
I wish I see you again in Cyprus soon.
Me too. I love Cyprus, and I'm thinking of this beautiful island. I want to share some comments. We have people also from Canada, Philip, I don't know, in USA, Arizona, Mangalia, Romania, Seaside. So essentially, Neurographica is an avenue for growth and awareness. Absolutely. Canada too. I'm sorry, at work and I have to leave the meeting. This was this has been very interesting and helpful. True, and I would be very happy to see you the next time. And while you're drawing, because I see some hands raised. Who was first?
I think Vladimir.
Slovakia. Okay, we have from Slovakia.
Yes. Petra, I am here with Vladimira, and this is my flower. I hope you can see it. So I choose a little bit bright colors, and I feel all the circles like in one, in connection, integrated. And thank you for this neurographic exercise. That's all. I am happy, calm, and integrated now.
Yeah, okay. And I want to see Netu, if I pronounce it correctly. Are you from India?
Yes, I'm from India. Long back, we first moved to Canada, and from Canada, we moved to Philadelphia. So it's been a journey. And thank you so much. And I tell you, this little bit reminds me of mandalas and rangolis that we draw at home. And this is for any auspicious occasion. We will sit on the floor and we will be drawing with chalk powder and actually in ancient times rice powder, add some organic colors to them, and then we will be making the art with it. And usually it's always a circle. So thank you so much for sharing it. Beautiful.
Thank you. I will be happy to see your drawing.
Oh yes, please. Sorry. I am not sure. Is it coming? No. Wait a minute. Because I'm not putting it in front of the camera. I'm going to take a picture and put it. Here it is.
Yeah, you can share it even in Facebook with me.
Yes, I will. I just connected with you on Facebook. So I'll share it over there. Thank you.
Lovely. It's amazing. So the real self-love is this connection with ourselves. We need to be friends to ourselves. Not judging. As the way we talk to other people, we need to talk the same way to ourselves. No criticizing, no bad words, no judgment, because sometimes we tend to do this. We can be very nice and very kind to the others, but to ourselves, we're very judging. That's the wrong way. That's the wrong thing. You need to speak the same way to ourselves. And I remember my mother a lot of times when we were kids, she will buy things for ourselves and never for her. But the real self-love is buy for everyone or share with us something. I know that we are we learn to like sacrifice everything to give to the others, to the kids, but that's not the good thing. That's not the proper, not the we need to give to ourselves first. It's like we cannot pour from an empty cup if we don't have for yourself how to give to the other ones. Another thing that is very important for the self-love is to have boundaries, and that they come from values and not from fear. You need to say no, that this doesn't align with me, what you're asking me to do, and say, I will not do these things, or I don't want to get involved in that situation, or this is not okay with me. And don't fear that you will be abandoned for this, or you will be you feel anxiety or guilty for saying no. Because a lot of times when we say yes to other people, we say no to ourselves, and that's the biggest no, don't do it. We need to have this self-compassion in moments of pain. This is not toxic, and we need to be genuine, warm, and human to ourselves. And the moment we have pain, the moment we have negative emotions, to express them, to understand them from where they're coming, to understand why they are showing up in our life. They're coming to show us something, not to be put under the rug, under the carpet. They're there to be expressed, to be fully filled, and to take the lesson from them. They're there to show us things. And I remember when I tend to do these things, some emotions to suppress them, but they're like a big balloon that we try to put under the sea, but it will always show up and always will appear and will not help you in life. And the self-love also looks like to take a moment for yourself and go out in the nature, connect with friends, have a chat just for how you feel, express your feelings and emotions with the other ones, or have a talk about things you're interested about. It's not selfish to feel self-love. It's necessary for all of us to have it. And I want you, after this workshop, to write down, to sit with yourself for a while and write down, and write down what you will do for yourself after this workshop. What you will stop doing, maybe also. Maybe you will stop allowing people to treat you wrong, or to maybe you will stop. For example, what I need to stop is to work so much, and to say I will work until 9 o'clock, and that after that my time is for myself, because I have no boundaries about this, and that's my biggest problem. I want to see the picture that it's still downloading. Let's see. Yeah. I want to see the beautiful flower. So these are my small shares with you about the self-love. We can talk about we can talk a lot about self-love, and lately I realized that this topic, a lot of people, they are talking about self-love, but we actually don't know exactly what it is. I see a lot of people that don't know, and it's one of the topic that is the less how to say,
Discussed.
practiced.
Practice.
What did you say?
I
I
said
don't know what.
discussed, like communicated or had conversations around, or yeah, practiced.
We are talking that you need and by the way, I had many 2021, yeah, something like that. A lot of people, they were telling me you need to work on the self-love, and I didn't know what this means. I thought that I need to buy nice clothes, to look nice, to make some beauty procedures, but actually that's not the self-love. And a lot of people, they think that self-love is some procedures and nice clothes and traveling, but that's the opposite. The inner work, the book that you're enjoying, that or the nice food that you can give to yourself, and the nice conversation you could have with someone. And when let's say, for example, something that many years ago I stopped doing because I respect myself enough, I don't visit people that they don't align with my energy. I don't like gossiping. I don't like spreading rumors and not bad stuff for other people. So I don't visit it. I don't connect with that kind of people. This is the respect that I'm giving to myself. And for me, it's very important. Where it's opening.
Something else I'd love to share a little bit on that too, Diana, if you're open to it. I'm curious about how many people here feel like you beat yourself up sometimes. Just raise your hand if you feel like that. Anybody here? Has anybody ever beat themselves up? Yeah, it's pretty normal, right?
Me too.
So one of the things that I heard from one of the coaches that I love, actually this little orange thing is Devin Bandison. He's an amazing coach. He has an event called the Game Changer, and I went to it in New York. And one of the things he shared was, yeah, we beat ourselves up, but he made an invitation. He said, if you're going to beat yourself up, put down the bat and pick up a feather. So find a feather. If you're going to beat yourself up, use a feather. Because, if you hit, and I want to just share a little bit about my experience with this. There's been times in my life that I've been so hard on myself with whatever I was using that it took me out of action for quite a while in my life. Like I'd be so hard on myself for something that I would stop taking actions in my life. And that was when I was using a bat. And so, for a while I did something else that I think is very self-loving. And one of the most self-loving things that we can do is ask for help. Ask for help. Reach out. Whether that's through prayer, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through finding someone that you really appreciate, that that has something that you see that really attracts you to them. It's like asking for help is one of the greatest ways that I have grown beyond the challenges that I've faced as a human being, is through simply asking for help. Like, I don't know what I'm doing here. And I've had some days in the past couple weeks where I felt like what is happening? Like, I don't know what's going on here. Does anybody else felt that in a couple of like, what am I doing? Like kind of feeling a little bit lost. And you know, um and sometimes when I ask for help, I don't get the answers right away. And being able to be patient and know that the answers are going to come. The answers will come. The help will come. It may not be in my time. A lot of times it's not. It may not be immediate, but the help will come. Um, but put down the bat and pick up a feather. If you need a feather, I have some. I'll send you one. I have some pheasant feathers, which are really amazing, and some other feathers. So if you need a feather, I'm happy to send you one. So I wanted to share those couple things because that came up for me, and it's been really valuable for me to remember, like, even if it doesn't feel like it's happening, like that I'm moving forward, I can still take the actions even though it doesn't feel like it at times. And that's been a really big, so maybe I'm using the wiffle ball bat sometimes so it stings, but it doesn't knock me out. It stings a
Yeah.
little bit, but I can still keep moving. Um, and it's very normal and natural to feel like, at least for me, like I don't have it all together. I don't know what I'm doing. I sometimes showing up and just here I am. I'm showing up. I have no clue exactly what's happening in this moment, but here I am, you know.
Mhm.
Um, and I think that's a big piece of it for me. That's been a big shift, and that I invite other people to do is your presence is a gift wherever you choose to show up. Your
Mhm.
presence is a gift wherever you choose to show up. And sometimes
Absolutely.
I've thought that my presence wasn't a gift, that I isolated myself, but your presence is a gift wherever you choose to be. It's a gift for the people that are there because it's an opportunity for someone to help us if we're in a place that we need help, or it's an opportunity for us to help someone else if they need it.
Mhm.
It gives an opportunity for connection and for communication and for growth and for that love to express itself one way or another, whether it needs to come this way or go that way. So showing up is it's half the battle, so they say.
An interesting part is how we see ourselves and how other people they see us. A lot of times we tend to um, not neglect, but we tend to say that I didn't do enough things, I'm not so important. I'm missing the word here, but we tend, like, we make ourselves smaller than who we are, but we don't know how we look on the other side and how the people see us. And I remember the time when I came back in Bulgaria, a friend of mine, she told me, do you know who Diana is? And I said, yeah, I know her. She said, no, you don't know yourself. A lot of people, they see you and they respect you a lot, and they are like inspired by what you're doing. So keep doing what you're doing, because you don't know who is watching you, and how with the small steps we are doing, how we inspire them for their change. And other friends, they're telling me, I'm really inspired by what you're doing. I know that at the moment I cannot be on your level, but you are my role model, and I want to be like you. And one exercise I gave to one of my clients yesterday is send a message to 5 of your friends, how they see yourself, what strengths they see in you, what they could tell you, like advice you could work on yourself. And you will discover a lot of things for yourself, things that you don't expect to see and to hear about yourself. That's a very powerful practice. Ask them, just choose 5 of your closest friends and ask them about their opinion about you. We need to do this exercise from time to time. And yeah, what makes you different from the other people is also one other question that you could ask your friends. Why they chose you as a friend. Because we don't see with the clear eye who we are and what we are. Okay. Does someone wants to share something about the self-love, some realizations you had and what you will do? Yes, Lizzie.
Hi,
Hello.
thank you for this beautiful workshop. It's such a pleasure to listen to all the different perspectives and hear all the connections. And I think that's probably your whole point. So good job. I want to just
Yes.
that. Um, when you were talking about what you're working on with self-love and like taking more time not doing work, it really resonated with me because I remember this one time when I had first started my coaching business, how I literally was a workaholic because I had a proper job at the same time. I could call it a proper job. This is a proper job. I love coaching. It's way more proper for me, but I had like a 9 to 5. I had a regular human job um, at that time, and I was a workaholic. I would work from the time of like 5, 6 a.m. with my personal practice and my whatever, go to a job and then come home and work on my coaching business. And I did it so much that I neglected everything else in my life. And it was necessary at the time because I had to kind of dissolve that life, that version of my life back then. Um, I did it in a very unhealthy, well, I mean, yeah, it was kind of unhealthy because I was unwell and it isolated everybody from me only to do work. And it led me to a real practice in my life that is essential for me, which is yoga. And through yoga, I didn't just like practice it as a physical thing. I really dove into studying the path of yoga and understanding the philosophy behind it. And it was what allowed me to like really, I feel, heal myself in the sense because I understood that um, through studying yoga, that the practice of self-love is really when we remove violence from ourselves. And in yoga, it's one of the yamas and it's called ahimsa, which literally means non-violence. And I learned also through Ayurveda that if I had manifested the disease into my life, that it was the final stage of my body saying enough, not the first stage. And so I knew that if I had manifested it in, I could manifest it out. And now I practice everything and really notice when I'm being violent to myself of am I overindulging? Am I not honoring when I need rest? Am I having some struggles with the way that I'm thinking about myself or speaking to myself? And it allows me to have a lot more self-compassion and really talk to myself like an old person or a baby and just give that really loving way to myself because your way is the right way for you. And that's another thing that yoga taught me, like our dharma. Just because one thing is right for somebody doesn't mean it's going to be right for us. And there's no shame in following your own path of rightness and knowing your truth from your own perspective and being able to let that change and evolve as we evolve. And so that's been really helpful for me. So thank you for
Lovely.
realize this as I draw in color. And as I said, I didn't come in at the beginning, so mine's quite different.
Oh, interesting. You have spirals and other things. Okay. I would love to see it at the end finished.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Beautiful. Very beautiful.
Yeah, I can't not have spirals, I feel. They always come out in my art.
Okay. Who wants to share something? Because we're toward the end of our beautiful meeting. Very
Yeah, we have
inspiring.
about 9 minutes left.
Mhm.
And something I do want to share before we close is the coaches networking group also is going to have master classes once a month. This month is going to be with leadership, amazing leadership coach and expert. He's been in the leadership and coaching space for quite a few years, about 30 years. His name's Stephen McGee. Really amazing. So if you are a coach, if you're a leader, if you're curious about coaching or leadership, this would be a really great opportunity. It's on April 23rd at 12 p.m. It's totally open to anybody who's curious to come be present with us. It's going to be a phenomenal conversation. Next month, we have Carolyn Fryer Jones is coming to the group. And she's a phenomenal coach as well. She has a coaching school. She's been coaching for about 25 years. So really love to have anybody who's interested in leadership or you're a coach and that want to join us. We'd love to have you. And then we'll be doing this again on the second Friday in June. So put that on your calendar, same time, same place, 2-hour event. We'll decide the topic between now and then. So put that on your calendar for that, and we'll be doing it bi-monthly. So if you want to put those dates in your calendar, awesome. We'll be here doing this again. It's really amazing. And I see that Julie has her hand up. Hi, Julie.
Hi, everyone. So here is my drawing. It's not finished, but what I've decided to I wrote what I will start to do and what I will stop doing, and I will start to consider myself as a sacred experience. You know, we are spiritual beings living human experience, so we are it's sacred what we are experiencing, and I will start to do things to honor myself and to and one thing that is what was really hard to me is that to allow myself to have my own preferences. Like you said, Diana, I worked a lot with people who were not aligned with my energy, and I was drained after, and I didn't allow myself to really to love myself enough to say, you know what, I will work with the people that I'm excited to work with, not less than that. And so yes, so I will start to do that. I will I want for my body, I want to have more time in nature. I know that it's important to move, but out to be in nature, outside, breathing fresh air, it's very important for me. In the summer, it's okay, I do it often, but in the spring, the winter, I miss it. And I really love when you said putting boundaries from values and not from fear. So I'll do that too. And I've decided to say no more often than yes. And I know that it will be hard, but I'm decided to do that, to focus on my value and my project that excites me. So and two other things that I will stop doing, it's to shrink, to fit, or to not trigger people, and to justify myself. I'll stop doing that. So
amazing.
It was a really helpful for me, a really good workshop, and I really appreciate your work, Diana.
Thank you for sharing. For me, it's important, and it's amazing. It's important to know that I could help with one small idea to make your life better. For me, it's a huge thing.
Yeah.
It sounds like cliche, but it's true. because
I understand. I understand. I am a coach too, and anytime we change a little bit the life of other just because we are being authentic, it's the real paycheck.
True. Absolutely. Okay, we have another 3 more minutes.
We have time for one more short share, and then to close it out, if you want to share it, Nitu has her hand up. Yeah, hi Nitu.
Thank you so much for this workshop, Robert, and thank you so much, Diana, for all this beautiful insights. Really made my day, really came out with a lot of insights about myself. Like, I have to start expressing my emotions. I don't have to, even my drawing say that the emotions were so suppressed. I don't know how it happened, but my emotion circle was squished in between. So, this is something I have to work on. I have to speak up. And also, now I'm going to start buying something for myself before I buy for everybody else, which is my always the case. I have to start filling my container. My coffee cup is really empty.
Oh,
Thank
lovely.
you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Make it full with a nice cup of coffee.
Yes,
Nice
that's
coffee.
the plan. Nice coffee.
The best for
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks. And let's finish with Julie. Something happened.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. You're here.
There's my picture, and I just love being able to hear everybody's voices. And what came to me so strongly when you asked, I don't know if you even asked this question, but I wrote, how do I feel at home? And I actually love the idea of connecting and traveling. And I have family in Germany that I've never met, and my aunt lives in Paris. And just I got to travel a couple years ago, and I feel the most at home when I get to meet other creative people and connecting with just history. And I loved this experience. So thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for being here, Julie. And yeah, I want to say a thank you to Diana. Thank you so much. It's been a joy to have you here today. Thanks for sharing your energy and your spirit, your experience, your time, your energy. And thank you to everybody else who came here as well, because you showing up here made this call. Each person who showed up here and shared the time with us made this call more meaningful and more full and more alive. So I want to acknowledge each of you who chose to spend this time in this space. If you would like this replay, or you would like the replay from February, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Facebook or shiftofperspective@gmail. That's my email. Yeah, really, really glad you were here. But if you want to know more about the master classes coming up in the Coaches Networking Group, let me know and I'll get you connected to that. I love you all, and thank you so much for being here and for your presence. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Thank you, Diana.
Thank you for everyone joining the workshop, and see you soon. I will join the next workshop you're organizing for sure.
Excellent. Awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you all.
See you all. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.